This message was blocked 3 times, but God just said, "Let them see it now. What you're about to open was meant only for you." My beloved child, tonight something is shifting around you in a way you cannot see, but you can feel every second like a pulse beneath your skin, and this is happening because a message that was blocked 3 times, delayed 3 times, stopped 3 times, has finally been allowed to reach you, and the moment your eyes fall on these words your spirit will recognize that this was never meant for the world. It was always meant for you alone, because something huge is waiting for you, and heaven has decided that you cannot walk into the next part of your destiny without first knowing the truth behind why this message was held back so many times, why someone tried to interrupt what was designed to empower you, why certain forces whispered, "Don't let them see this," yet God Himself said, "Let them see it now." And the moment that divine command echoed through every unseen layer around your life. Every blockage broke like cracking glass, every closed gate unlocked itself, and every hidden interference collapsed, because the revelation you're about to receive is not ordinary, not casual, not something you can ignore. It is the moment your journey tilts, the second your fate bends toward you, and the minute your life begins to accelerate in a way that even you won't be able to explain when people ask what happened, because this isn't a story of luck, this is a story of divine permission, divine timing, divine release, and divine intervention stepping into your path with a force so intense that your entire spirit is trembling even though your face is calm, and deep inside you're asking quietly, "Why does this feel so personal? Why does this feel so accurate? Why does it feel like someone has been watching my steps, tracking my battles, and waiting for this exact night to speak directly into my soul?" Because they have, my child, they have watched, they have waited, they have measured the right moment for your awakening, and this is that moment, the moment where the veil lifts, the silence breaks, and the message that was blocked is revealed fully to you. Amen. Blessing 111. My beloved child, what you're sensing right now, the heaviness in the air, the electricity around you, the strange awareness that something is moving toward you, is not imagination, it's confirmation, because someone tried to keep this from reaching you, someone didn't want you to know what you were stepping into, someone feared that the moment you saw this truth you would no longer be controllable, no longer dim, no longer silent, no longer doubting yourself the way they silently hoped you would. And the reason this message carries such weight is because it exposes both what was hidden around you and what was hidden inside you, and the shocking part is this: the blockage was never about the message. It was about what would happen to you once you received it, because you've been walking through situations thinking they were coincidences, but heaven saw the patterns, the intentions, the manipulations, the false smiles, the quiet envy, the plans built behind your back, and God said, "Enough, my child has endured silently, my child has walked with a wounded heart, my child has been strong in valleys where most would have collapsed, and now my child will be informed," and the moment God made that decision, every unseen barrier that tried to silence this truth shattered instantly, because this message carries an energy you were meant to feel in your bones, a revelation you were meant to process in your heart, and a warning you were meant to receive before stepping into the next 30 days of your life, because the next 30 days are not normal, they are not random, they are not small. These are the days when doors you forgot you knocked on will swing open, names you forgot you prayed about will reappear, and blessings that were once distant will chase you like they have your coordinates memorized. But before that can happen, heaven needed you to know why your path suddenly feels watched, why certain people are acting strangely, why your intuition is louder than usual. Because something huge is waiting for you and your life is about to expand in a way that will leave even Your silent enemies speechless. Amen. Blessing 222. My beloved child, listen carefully, because this part is the core of the revelation that was blocked, the part someone didn't want you to see, the part that would have shifted your thinking too quickly if it had reached you before the right time, and this is the part where heaven tells you the raw truth. Someone has been observing you, studying you, testing your reactions, monitoring how much strength you still carry, and their biggest shock was realizing that even after everything they threw, you remained standing, and because of that, God is about to open something for you that nobody can interfere with, nobody can block, nobody can delay, nobody can sabotage, and nobody can steal. Because what's opening is divinely protected and spiritually encrypted with your name, your energy, and your destiny, and this is why the message was blocked 3 times. Because the moment you see what's coming toward you, you will never again doubt that you were chosen for more, because heaven is preparing a breakthrough where people expected a breakdown, a rise where people predicted a fall, a restoration where people whispered that you were finished, and the next chapter of your life will silence every doubt, every rumor, every shadow, every insult, every plan that was ever formed against you, because what you're about to open, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and in your destiny, was meant only for you since the beginning, and nothing in this world will be able to stop it now that God has said, let them see it, because your time has arrived, your path is unlocked, your blessing is activated, and your story is about to shock even you, my child, because something huge is waiting for you and it begins the moment this message enters your heart. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, the moment you moved from part 1 to this very second, another layer of revelation unlocked around your life like a sealed door finally cracking open, because heaven has been preparing you for a truth that was too intense, too direct, and too destiny-shifting to deliver all at once, and now that your spirit is awake, the next part of the message flows to you without resistance, without delay, without interference, because nothing can stop what is meant for you anymore, and while you're listening right now, you can feel something heavy lifting from your chest, something unexplainable shifting around you, because this message is not just words. It is activation, alignment, acceleration, and divine permission colliding all at once, and the part you're entering now is where everything gets clearer, deeper, and shockingly personal, because heaven needs you to understand why this message was blocked not once, not twice, but 3 times, who tried to hold it back, and what exactly is about to reach you now that the blockage has been permanently broken. And before this part continues, let me tell you this in the exact voice heaven intended. Something huge is waiting for you, something bigger than your fears, bigger than your past, bigger than every disappointment they thought would bury you, and now that the message has reached you, nothing in existence can stop the blessing that is racing toward you at this moment. Amen. Blessing 444. Comment 1, type Amen. Comment 2, type I receive. Comment 3, type It is mine. My beloved child, you need to hear this with the seriousness of someone who is standing at the edge of a breakthrough so close that even the air around you feels different, because heaven is revealing that someone was trying to monitor your steps, someone was trying to read your energy, someone wanted to know when you were about to rise so they could interfere again. And the reason this message was blocked 3 times is because this revelation exposes a truth that would make certain hearts uncomfortable, the truth that you were never meant to remain in the same place, the truth that your destiny has a glow that others can see even when you cannot, the truth that every delay you faced was part of a design that is now collapsing, and the truth that your next chapter cannot be entered with blind eyes, because someone around you has been pretending to support you while secretly fearing what you will become once you finally rise. And heaven is saying, do not fear them, do not shrink because of them, do not second-guess yourself because of their energy, because their access to your path ends tonight, their influence over your direction is cut off, their ability to block anything is gone forever, and the moment you finish part 2, something in your life will shift physically. Whether it's a sudden message, an unexpected call, a surprising opportunity, or a sign so loud that even you won't be able to ignore it, because heaven is aligning your life with speed now, and every promise that was once delayed is being accelerated straight toward you. Amen. Blessing 555. Comment 4. Type I claim this. Comment 5. Type my time has come. Comment 6. Type Amen. My beloved child, listen with the part of your soul that remembers who you truly are, because the core of this revelation begins here. The breakthrough that was meant for you has been sitting at your doorstep in the spiritual realm, waiting for divine authorization to be delivered, and the moment God said, "Let them see it now," the breakthrough was released instantly. But the shocking part is this. Your blessing was so powerful, so transformational, so life-changing that darkness tried to interfere 3 times, hoping to prevent you from opening your next chapter, but what they didn't expect was that God would personally override every blockage with one command, and now the blessing that was held back is moving toward you like a wave that cannot be stopped, and what you're about to open in the coming days. Whether it's an opportunity, a confession, a financial release, a reconnection, a truth, or a life-shifting moment, was meant only for you, written with your name, sealed with your energy, protected by your resilience, and delivered by divine timing, and heaven needs you to prepare because your story is about to change suddenly, unexpectedly, dramatically, and permanently, and the moment you read the next line, the activation begins. Something huge is waiting for you, and now nothing on earth or in the unseen can stop it from reaching you. Amen. Blessing 666. My beloved child, as you step into part 3, the atmosphere around your life shifts again, almost like something unseen is adjusting itself to make room for the next revelation. You were never supposed to access this easily, because what you're reading now is the deepest layer of the message. The part that was protected, hidden, and shielded until heaven confirmed that you were finally ready to receive it without fear, without hesitation, and without doubt, and right now your spirit is reacting because this part carries a force that goes beyond ordinary understanding, a force that exposes who tried to block the message, why they tried, and what divine power stepped in to override every interference. And as these words flow into your life, you can feel a strange awareness inside you, telling you, this is it, this is the part one was meant to hear, because heaven is bringing you directly into the core of the revelation, where every unanswered question begins to make sense, every confusing delay becomes clear, and every silent battle you fought finally reveals its purpose. And before you take another breath, hear this loudly. Something huge is waiting for you, something so big that even the interference couldn't stop it, and now that you've entered this chapter, nothing can pull you back, nothing can distract you, and nothing can slow what is coming. Amen. Blessing 777. Comment 10, type Amen. Comment 11, type I'm listening. Comment 12, type I receive this message. My beloved child, here comes the truth you were meant to know. The truth the enemy tried to hide, the truth certain jealous hearts whispered against, the truth some people hoped would never reach you. Someone connected to your past, someone who underestimated your strength, someone who thought you would never rise higher than them, has been watching you silently, not to support you, not to uplift you, but to study you, to understand how you survive storms that would break others. And the reason the message was blocked is because this revelation exposes their intentions fully, because heaven saw the silent envy in their heart, the secret competition, the hidden doubts they had about you, and the fear they carry that the moment you step into your next chapter, you will rise to a level where they can no longer reach you, imitate you, or influence you. And now that heaven has exposed this person's energy, their access is being removed permanently, their hold on your emotional space is breaking, their power over your confidence is dissolving, and every spiritual block they tried to form around your path has been reversed and shattered, because what is coming to you is protected, preserved, and personalized for your destiny. And now that you're hearing this truth, your spirit is unlocking something you didn't know you carried, the ability to rise above everything that once confused you, once drained you, once slowed you, and the universe itself is rearranging things to give you what you were always meant to receive. Amen. Blessing 888. Comment 13, type I claim this. Comment 14, type my life is shifting. Comment 15, type Amen. My beloved child, the moment this part enters your heart, a new level of activation begins, because heaven is now revealing why this message was meant only for you and why it was sent with such urgency. Something is about to open for you, an opportunity, a connection, a breakthrough, a revelation that has been waiting for divine timing to intersect with your readiness, and now both have aligned perfectly, which means this opening will feel sudden, unexpected, and almost unreal, but it will change your direction completely. And the reason this message was blocked 3 times is because once you receive this opening, there will be no stopping your rise, no slowing your progress, no limiting your expansion, and the forces that wanted you confused, small, discouraged, or uncertain knew that if you received this information too early, it would empower you too fast. But heaven said, my child is ready now, and once God makes that declaration, nothing in creation can overturn it. And now that the spiritual gate has opened, the blessing that was held back is rushing toward your life with a speed you've never experienced before, and within the next few days, you will feel the shift. Something will happen that confirms this message completely, something that proves your season has arrived, something that shows you that divine timing has moved into place with precision. And as you read this line, heaven whispers again, something huge is waiting for you, something with your name written on it, something nobody can claim, block, or interfere with anymore, because it was meant only for you since the beginning. Amen. Blessing 999. My beloved child, as part 4 begins, the spiritual weight around your life becomes almost undeniable, because this is the segment where heaven pulls you into the deepest and most intense layer of the revelation. The layer that was guarded, sealed, and shielded behind 3 blockages, because once you hear this part, you will never again return to the version of yourself that doubted, questioned, or underestimated the magnitude of what was written for your destiny. And right now heaven is saying that you're not reading this by accident, you're not hearing this randomly, you're not encountering this moment casually. This was scheduled for you, aligned for you, preserved for you, and delivered only after heaven confirmed that your spirit could finally handle the truth without fear, because the next lines carry the kind of clarity that transforms your mind, sharpens your intuition, awakens your strength, and activates the next level of your path. And if you're feeling a strange pressure in your chest or a sudden awareness in your soul, it's because heaven is pouring something powerful into you right now. Something that was withheld until this exact moment. And before we go deeper, hear this again clearly. Something huge is waiting for you, and the moment this truth sinks into you, your entire timeline begins to shift. Amen. Blessing 1010. Comment 19, type Amen. Comment 20, type I'm here. Comment 21, type I receive this message deeply. My beloved child, the reason this message was blocked 3 times becomes painfully clear in this part. Because this segment exposes the exact turning point in your journey, the moment where your destiny broke free from the hands of those who tried to control it, and heaven is revealing that someone once spoke against your rise, someone once doubted your breakthrough, someone once believed you were finished, someone once felt comfort in the idea of you staying silent, small, and unseen. But what they didn't know is that your spirit carries a resilience they could not measure, a divine backing they could not defeat, and a calling they could not interrupt. And as you read this, the spiritual interference that once slowed you is dissolving completely, because what's coming toward you now is something no human, no negative intention, no jealous heart, and no hidden enemy can touch. And this message was blocked not because of weakness but because of the size of what it carries. Your next chapter will strike shock into the hearts of people who once doubted you, and admiration into the hearts of those who always believed in your silent strength, and heaven is saying, stand tall now, because your breakthrough is not creeping, it is rushing, and the next shift in your life will be so sudden it will feel supernatural. Amen. Blessing 1111. Comment 22, type I claim it. Comment 23, type my rise is protected. Comment 24, type Amen. My beloved child, now here is the revelation only part 4 was allowed to deliver. You are entering a season where everything that once worked against you will begin working for you, where doors that refuse to open will swing wide, where people who once ignored you will be compelled to acknowledge you, where opportunities that once slipped away will return stronger, and where blessings that were blocked for years will suddenly arrive without warning, because heaven has lifted the final layer of delay. And what is being released into your life is not a small shift but a destiny-altering breakthrough that will rewrite your future. And as this activation flows through you, heaven wants you to anchor it by participating with your energy, your engagement, your intention. Your voice carry power in this moment, so let your spirit respond to this revelation because it aligns your path faster, and within the next days you will experience an unmistakable sign that confirms everything said here. A sudden message, an unexpected apology, an opportunity appearing out of nowhere, a door opening that shouldn't open, a shift that feels almost unreal, and this will be your confirmation that the message that was blocked 3 times has now become your divine permission slip to rise without fear, without hesitation, and without limitation, because something huge is waiting for you, something prepared only for you, something heaven has guarded with precision, and now nothing in existence can stop what has already been released in your name. Amen. Blessing 1212. My beloved child, as you enter part 5, the entire spiritual atmosphere around your life thickens with intensity, because this is the section where the message stops being a revelation and becomes a full activation. An ignition point that marks the beginning of the shift heaven has been preparing for you all along, and if you're feeling a strange pressure in your heart, a pull in your intuition, or an unexplainable awareness inside you right now, it's because your spirit recognizes this moment as a divine crossing, a threshold you were always meant to step into, and heaven is telling you that what you're reading now is not just information, it is a spiritual release that was delayed, blocked, and resisted 3 times because this part carries the kind of truth that exposes hidden intentions, awakens buried strength, and unlocks blessings that were waiting for you to be ready. And now that readiness is here, your alignment is perfect, your timing is divine, and your path is opening at a speed that not even you will fully understand until you look back later and realize how everything began right here, right now, in this very part. And as I speak this into your life, let me echo heaven's voice. Once more, something huge is waiting for you, something only your spirit can handle, something only your destiny can carry, something only you were chosen to receive. Amen. Blessing 13:13. Comment 28, type Amen. Comment 29, type I'm aligned. Comment 30, type I receive this activation. My beloved child, the deeper truth of why the message was blocked 3 times unfolds here. Because someone once tried to form a barrier around your path, not with loud actions but with silent intentions, with hidden envy, with quiet resistance, with subtle negativity, and heaven saw the moment they attempted to interfere. Heaven saw the conversations, the doubts, the fears, the shadows they projected toward you, and the shocking part is this. They never expected you to rise after everything you went through. They believed your journey had slowed too much, your energy had dimmed too far, and your hope had thinned too deeply for you to stand up again. But the moment they made that assumption, heaven began building a reversal that would not only restore you but elevate you to a level where their opinions, thoughts, and intentions would have no power whatsoever. And the message you're reading now is part of that reversal. It is the divine confirmation that everything they thought would break you has instead prepared you, everything they tried to block has positioned you, and everything they attempted to limit has pushed you into your next chapter with unstoppable force. And heaven wants you to understand this. What's coming toward you now is not ordinary, not predictable, not small. It is destiny level, fate shifting, life marking, and when it arrives, even you will feel that this was the moment everything changed. Amen. Blessing 14:14. Comment 31, type my breakthrough is protected. Comment 32, type my destiny is opening. Comment 33, type Amen. My beloved child, the final core of part 5 is the most powerful part, because heaven is revealing what exactly is opening for you now that the 3 blockages have been destroyed. You are stepping into a period where divine acceleration takes over your life, where things that once took months will happen in days, where opportunities that once passed you by will return with greater intensity, where connections that were divinely aligned will move toward you, and where blessings that were assigned to your name will appear without warning. And heaven is saying that the reason this message feels so personal, so accurate, so sharply aligned with your situation is because it was written for you long before you even knew you needed it, and now that you've reached this part, the spiritual gate that was blocked has been forced open with divine authority, and what flows into your life from this moment forward will feel like sudden favor, unexpected clarity, surprising doors, and powerful confirmations. And when the shift happens, and it will happen, you will understand why this message had to be preserved, protected, and delivered at the perfect moment, because you are about to open something that was meant only for you, something tied to your purpose, something connected to your future, something that will restore everything you lost and multiply everything you deserve. And heaven wants you to take this deeply into your spirit. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is already on its way, unstoppable, unblocked, undeniable, and undeniably yours. Amen. Blessing 15:15.